Hi, jewells68 here for Talk to Me Tuesday on Tuesday, November 4th. Holy crap, can you believe it's November already? Wow. I don't have a lot to show you. I haven't really been doing a whole lot. Again, I was out of town for the majority of last work week, getting my head crammed full of stuff that now I'm trying to remember and actually implement in our new software. So, what I did do is, I don't know if you remember, I showed a granny rectangle that I started, and I took that with me on the trip. I didn't get it out on the plane because we were packed in like sardines. Every seat was full, and I was in the middle seat, so I just read on the plane. It was a little too difficult to try to crochet, but I did take that with me, and I don't know if you remember or not, but when I showed it, I was thinking it looked wonky and blah, blah, blah. I ended up ripping it out before I even took it with me. So I did end up ripping that out and starting over with it, and I'm much more pleased with how it's looking. I'll show that to you next week, because this week I'm going to show you this, which is, well, you're not going to see a whole lot of it because it's so freaking big, but I'm going to hold it up with the very bottom of the blanket touching the floor, and it is almost as tall as I am. So this is going to be great. We don't get that many big blankets like this, so this is going to be my next one for Project Linus. Our meeting is this Saturday. I don't know how much of the meeting I'm going to be able to go to. My daughter is taking the SAT this Saturday, so wish her luck with that. She's been studying away for that. It's somewhere she's never been, and it's a part of town she's never driven in, so I will probably drive her up there just so she doesn't have to worry about it, on my way to Project Linus. So anyway, all I have left on this guy is weaving in the ends, and thanks to Miss Lovely HB5 Freak Amber, who sent me a ton of the amethyst yarn, I was able to finish putting all the rows together, and I was able to, using that same yarn, and then I was able to go around it twice, and then I decided, you know what, I need to not make this any bigger or it's going to be adult sized. So the orange around the outside, you know, thought I had like a multicolor, girly color yarn, just a remnant left over somewhere, and I didn't, but I did have this orange. The orange in this bag is all I have left of the orange, so it used up almost all of it, which was great. I was worried it wouldn't make it all the way around. So anyway, so there's that. I just have to finish during this week crocheting or weaving all the ends in. If I don't get those woven in by, say, Friday morning, I'm going to go ahead and wash the blanket Friday morning, and that way I can label it and finish weaving in the ends at the meeting and turn it in while I'm there, if I know it's already been washed. So anyway, there's that. That is the last big chunk of the donated granny squares. I do have a small amount left that I've already started to percolate an idea for. I have some small ones that were mixed in, and I have some that are the same size as this, just a few. So I will figure out what to do with that. I don't know. I have some ideas. You know how I am. Other than that, I got a surprise package in the mail yesterday, which I had totally forgotten was coming, with this cute little fox card from Crystal, Clumsy Cord. And I don't know, weeks ago, I showed you guys some flannel strips that were donated to Linus by one of the quilt stores. I think they were like leftover from some, like an introduction to quilting class or something like that, where they were learning how to rotary cut and all that. So there were some, they're like 3.5 inch, 4.5 inch wide strips of these really adorable baby prints. There was like some elephants and some other things. Baby to toddler. They're not like too super baby. Super baby. Anyway. They're not like totally baby, so they would work for a toddler too. And I showed those, and Crystal mentioned that she had some, and she wanted to know if I wanted some. She had some leftover flannel bits and wondered if I wanted them, because I was going to make a rag quilt out of it, which obviously I haven't done anything with them. And so that's what this box was. There's a whole bunch of just really cool flannels, leftover flannels in here. Some of them are like, you know, squares, like this one's like a big rectangle. Some of them are strips, like what we talked about. Here's some more strips. So there's a lot of really fun options in here. Here's some more of that. These are very similar. These are almost exactly like the strips that I got from Linus, so I know those will probably work with it. And here's a bunch more of that. There's a bunch of those strips. So there's enough to do at least one of those rag quilts in here. And this was a rag quilt that was done in strips instead of squares. So you just sew the strips together. It's a quilt as you go, and I've been wanting to try one of those, so I'm excited about that. And here's some more of this. So I might actually be able to do a boy and a girl one, or I might just do a unisex one. Here's a lovely green. And I love the chevron fabrics, and I think I remember the quilt she used this on, if I remember correctly. And then she also sent a couple of pieces of corduroy, remnants, which I can also use, if not in the same quilt, and then I can put them in another one, scrap quilt. And I love this one. This would be an awesome backing fabric. I think that's really cool. It's a very thin corduroy, but I love just all the bright colors. That's really neat. And then there's a couple of pieces that I think she said were velveteen. They feel different, so I'm pretty sure it's these two pieces, because this doesn't feel like flannel. A little bit stiffer. And then this one, of course, which is very lovely. So thank you so much, Crystal. That's awesome. I should have plenty to at least have the, well, I should have enough now actually for the front and the back, because you do the flannel strip rag quilt. You have the front and the back together, so I think I have enough now. I haven't been doing anything else, just working on finishing up that crochet Afghan for Project Linus. Really just, you know, this weekend was just recovery. I slept a lot to make up for the trip, and that's pretty much it. I hope everyone has a great week. I look forward to watching your videos, and I hope you have a crafty week. See you next week. Bye.